Good evening and welcome to the grand finals of the President's Cup Division 1, and somebody will be crowned President's Cup Division 1 finals. It is Baf State versus Fonkole, and of course a star-studded lineup on the field and on commentary tonight. Of course, it's myself, Joseph Fadol, along with
Karim Regis
and Garvin Richards. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And we're setting up for a thrilling encounter. What a way to bring the curtains down on the DFA Division 1's President's Cup. Baf State and Fonkole FC. Here come the players onto the field.
Yes, it's going to be a good viewing for the neutral and for the Baf State and Fonkole fans. They've had a really long season, Baf State and Fonkole, and we can give you the starting 11 of the two teams. We can start off with Baf State. We have number 43, Sashin Thomas in goal. Eustace Marshall, Eustace Phillip, Lara John Baptist, Elijah Tulo, Montel James, Giovanni George, Anthony Frederick the Talisman, Kendrick Walters, William Moise, and Dylan Carlisle running up that starting 11 for Baf State.
And the starting 11 for Fonkole: Jose Nelson, Elim Nelson, Alexander Darrow, Okan Xavier, Kodel Joseph, Darren Wade, Kurjan Israel, Kawan Harris, Kieron Jones, Rick Nation, and Shamari Bob for Fonkole.
Well, this is setting up to be an exciting finals. Goals from both ends. Baf State, of course, no strangers with the likes of Montel James and Kendrick Walters, but I'm very impressed with Fonkole FC and that youngster Kurjan Israel, who's really been tearing up the competition so far.
Yes, as you said, a lot of goals in these two teams. It might be a battle of who wants it more, Gavin, as they both teams might end up in a shootout here. But Baf State might just have a little bit more about them defensively with the likes of Eustace Marshall at the back as we stand at attention for the national anthem.
The best national anthem in the entire world. As we're getting set for a kickoff here at the DFA Technical Center.
The two captains in the center, they're Darren Wade and Eustace Marshall. A lot of player of the season contenders between the two teams. You have the likes of Darren Wade, Kurjan Israel, who came into the season late and has been lighting it up since he came in, scoring his first goal in the quarterfinals match for the Fonkole FC team. And then you have the likes of Anthony Frederick on the other side for Baf State, who has been pulling the strings all season. And what a way to pull the curtain down officially on the first division season with this President's Cup clash between these two top attacking teams.
Yeah, I think key for Baf State tonight will be if Anthony Frederick can get onto the ball and really dictate things. The last few games, he hasn't really been, that sort of dominating presence, albeit Baf State have still been able to get the wins. And for Fonkole, Baf State is to silence not just Darren Wade in the midfield, but also Kurjan Israel. If he gets going tonight, could be a long night for the Baf State team.
Yeah, it could be a very long night for the Baf State team, as both teams just do the customary get ready for the team pictures here. Joseph, any early predictions on the game?
I have my personal predictions, but we try to stay as neutral as possible. I know sometimes, depending on exactly what happens on the field, a little bit of emotion may spill over. But I do have my personal predictions. I will see whether or not my predictions come either on point or as close as possible, or whether or not the teams will sort of play towards my predictions. Would you be willing to share yours tonight, Karim?
No, I tend to stay out of this. I'm not really a betting man, but what I can tell you for sure is maybe for those that do partake, I expect an over on goals, at least 4.5 over, because these are two high-scoring attacking teams. And let's see what we can get up to. The man in the middle is Matthew. Fourth official, Gabriel Cesar.
Yeah, my prediction is that the team with the most goals will win. Yeah.
That is a
very
very diplomatic prediction.
solid prediction,
prediction. Yes. Solid.
So let's see what goes on in this final. We saw an entertaining fourth place game. I'll be the one to say it.
Yes. I think the third place game might have just stolen the night. You know, that comeback there we saw from Mighty Avengers from 3 goals down. You know the coach for the Mighty Avengers team?
Handsome gentleman, if I do say so myself.
Oh, okay.
And the ball is off and the game starts. Ball with Baf State. Eustace Marshall playing one forward, trying to find Anthony Frederick, but headed there is Kieron Jones. And ball out of play, and it'll be a throw in to Baf State in the early moments of this game. Fonkulo team boasting a lot of youth, but a lot of experience, the likes of Kojwan Israel, Okan, Xavier, young, promising players. Kojwan Harris as well, very promising centre back.
Kareem, I think you highlighted earlier on, I think what's going to be key tonight is experience over the youthfulness. That's going to be a very key factor tonight as we see a Fonkole attempting to push forward down through to the middle. Recycles back.
Ball wide to Rick. Plays it forward. Shamari Bob on the left-hand side. Shamari Bob back into the centre midfielder, but unable to blocked out by Baf State. And Baf State to come forward. Ball with Giovanni. Giovanni losing out. Montel James puts it wide. That's Eustace Phillip on that far side. Eustace Phillip trying to find one forward. Headed out by Darren Wade. Ball with, that's Horsey in the centre. Xander actually. And Darren completing the clearance.
We just see Baf State just a little bit of pressure. Lost the ball trying to win the ball back. They've done so as well. Windy Sunday evening here in the Commonwealth.
That cold Christmas breeze coming through. Kojwan Israel bursting through one, bursting through two. Kojwan trying to slide it through to Okan Xavier, and the clearance completing, and it's going to be the game's first corner in favor of Baf State. And that's the danger that Kojwan Israel can cause for Baf State. He is rapid.
Definitely. And that's what we were saying at the start of the game, Kareem. As a Fonkole for another chance. Here they come again.
Oh, and in the post. Okan. And the first real opportunity for the game, Okan Xavier unable to punch it in.
Kareem, had that just been maybe a centimeter or two the other way, would have gone in, script past the outside there off the goalpost. Fortunately for the Baf State team.
Baf State played the ball at the back. Eustace Marshall trying to find Anthony Frederick in the midfield. Midfield to Carlisle. Carlisle plays it forward to Jadian. Jadian George coming forward. Again, blocked out by Stout. Fonkole defending. And the ball's out of play. The Baf State's ball in that far end corner.
And we know how corners can play out. We could possibly see some early goals coming through.
Throw in.
Oh, throw in. Okay. Keeps it
James
short.
on the ball. Ball's out of play. It'll be a goal kick.
Initially, both teams, normally we would see the teams trying to feel each other out very early, not really pressing too much, but we see both teams already making very early attempts, guys.
Well, remember the last game Fonkole played, they scored within 30, 40 seconds there. Yes. So, and the coach at the time did indicate that was the game plan, to get that early goal. And both teams sort of had a history of looking to score early.
And needless giving away of possession there by the Fonkole people. That's Kieran Maglo on that right-hand side, putting it out for a corner kick. And I think Fonkole would feel hard done by to concede from this, given that it was given away under almost no pressure whatsoever. But they need to get ready for to defend the corner. Ball coming in. It was the far post. That was Carlisle rising, but just over his head, and it rolls out of play for a goal kick.
And Kareem, if you look at the Fonkole team, some might say the weak spot in that team will be in the goalkeeping department, with the goalkeeper not the most athletic of keepers. So the Baf State team will surely be looking to see if they can put him under some pressure.
Yeah, for sure. The Buffalo team will be looking to put him under some pressure, but defensively, the Fonkole team does very well in protecting him, and that should be the game's first foul, and it is the game's first foul. And it will be a set play opportunity for Baf State. Oddly enough, Gavin, so late in the season, this is the first time that these two teams are actually going to meet each other. Fonkole, for some reason, was placed in the northern group, northern zone. So one unable to meet Baf State at any point in time in the season. Clearance completed by Elijah. And Baf State really keeping the lion's share of possession in the early stages of this game as we elapse 5 minutes of play. Anthony Frederick on the ball. Frederick looking to drive, blocked out by Curdell. And that's Zander in the center, trying to fight for it. Ball wide. Ball coming in. And Darren Wade just puts it out of play, and it'll be a corner kick to Baf State again.
Corners are really piling up against Fonkole. They have to be very careful at this time because, you know, they set pieces from the corners from Baf State. We know that Baf State can play those corners and, you know, play them well. Let's see whether or not this time around it'll be a bit more of a calculated shot from the corner coming in.
Yeah, let's see. Looks like Kenneth Walter is on corner duty.
Put it on target.
Ball coming in, back post, headed back into the center of the field, but the ball adjudged to have crossed the line, and it's going to be a goal kick to Fonkole. Fonkole playing that ball deep. Lara under the ball. Lara John Baptist to Elijah Tula. Elijah Tula with the clearance. Only as far as Rick Nation. Ball with Kendrick Walters. Walters playing a ball over the top. And that's Montel. Montel James. Good defending there. I think that was Kerjwan Harris there. Tracking back. Making a good defensive clearance there, the young man.
Well, good all-round football across the field. Good pass from Kendrick Walter. Excellent defending there. Had to be on his toes. And it's going to be a corner kick.
Another corner kick to Baf State. James this time. Under the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper, despite your concerns, Gavin, making a great save, pushing the ball over the bar.
Well, with that one back to back, I suspect they may be trying to aim for the same spot this time around. Probably take it a little more calculated.
Early one, boys. Early one.
Another ball coming into the box. Headed out by Zander. Zander. Ball with Maglo. Maglo to Okan Xavier. Xavier trying to play one forward. That's Kerjwan. Kerjwan on the ball. Kerjwan! Straight at Sashin.
And that's the danger that we spoke of Kerjwan Israel earlier on, finding himself in a almost perfect position playing forward, but just playing it a bit too direct at the keeper, guys.
And Kerjwan Israel going down under no pressure after he hit that shot.
Well, I know before the game I saw him getting some medical attention on one of his ankles. Might have probably hurt himself in that last play.
He has a bad ankle, actually, Gavin. Unfortunately, I know this, but he's been, you know, really trying to fire through. And I mean, kudos to the young man. You want to be there for your team. And he really wanted to try. But, I mean, I genuinely wasn't expecting him to start the game. And, I mean, yeah, it's one of those situations where the heart is there, but the body just, you know, isn't able.
And just noticed that the Baf State team not too happy having to play the ball out, because what they're saying is that Fonkole were in possession of the ball and they kept on playing. And as soon as they lost possession, then, they were asking Baf State to put it out. That can go sometimes, Kareem.
I don't think fair play exists in the finals.
Well, guys, we're seeing Kejwan Israel being literally carried off. In fact, he's being assisted. He's almost limping off. And hopefully he will be able to at least try to come back as soon as possible. But they're striking forward for Kejwan Israel. I'm pretty sure that Baf State will try to exploit that fact, seeing that the Fonkole's main striker is off the field right now. Baf State, I suspect, will try to take advantage of that fact, guys.
Well, for now, Okanzavi, just to get one wide. Shamari Bob. And one of the things I love about the Funkole team, Gavin, is that they're a team who started the season and they were able to entice most of their hometown players to come back home. So you have the likes of Rick Nation, for example, Shamari Bob, who left Middleham, which are premier teams, to come play for them. You have the likes of, for example, Kieran Jones coming in as well. Cudell, who actually left Baf State. And well, Darren Wade would have signed for them previously, but just them bringing all of their players home, at least all of those that would have came home, and really creating this formidable team for the second half of the season.
Yeah, it says a lot about good club structure that you're able to get guys who are in the Premier League to come back and take their chances in the Division 1 league. Unfortunately for them, they were not successful in qualifying for the Premier League because Mighty Avengers and Baf State had something to say about that. But it goes utters well, I should say, for football in Dominica, especially when you have sort of strong club structures that can sort of bring back home players.
Yes, for sure. And I love what they did, and I really wish more clubs would do that, promoting from within. You see that with the likes of Baf State, for example, you have guys like Kendrick Walters, Anthony Frederick, who have been here from the get-go. It's a strong challenge there.
But it'll be possibly quite an interesting transfer window, Kareem. We're hearing all sorts of rumors flying around. Some players might be moving to different teams.
I try to stay out of the rumor mill. I have my short list, as I said, and if I can do some good Christmas shopping, that'd be nice.
Well, I've heard of a few rumors. For example, Kasim Peltier from the Harlem team, the captain, from what I've gathered, might be on the move, if it hasn't happened already.
That was a good attempt forward there, but the ball out of play will be Baf State's ball. And the game, Gavin, as we roll into the 13th minutes of play, just taking a natural pace. You can see both teams really trying to get on the front foot really early, bypassing that center, really trying to jam that ball down the wides, trying to get the pace at the front. We talk about the pace of Kejwan Israel, but I think in a foot race, somebody that can give him a lot of trouble is Giovanni George, who is rapid, Gavin. He's rapid, just young. Ball forward. Kieran. Who coming in was Elijah Tula. And I think anybody saw that coming.
That one surely left a mark, and he'll probably feel it in the morning. Elijah Tula, no-nonsense guy. Just trying to really intimidate the Funkole players.
And if you look at the technical teams of both, the technical staff of both teams, you have the likes of Michael, Joseph, and Carlson Benjamin on the bench for Baf State, as Funkole look to drive down the right-hand side and win a throw-in for the trouble. And on the Funkole bench, you have the likes of Dustin Maggie Peters and Parrot. Trying to remember his government.
Royston Williams.
Yes.
Affectionately known as Coach Parrots.
According to him, it's Mr. Parrot now.
Ah, okay.
Darren Wade. To Kieran Map. Kieran with the aerial pass. Back to Wade. Wade tries to spread one forward, but arid pass there.
I remember a few seasons ago, Darren Wade was voted as the midfielder of the year. That was back in his days playing for Baf State FC.
Darren Wade is, I mean, as that ball comes forward, Montel James trying to find Jadian. Giovanni George, rather, not Jadian. Ball wide. Eustace Philip trying to get around his man, but really cannot. And conceding the foul.
The last few attempts pushing forward by Baf State, the interceptions by Fonkole have been almost on point. Really not allowing Baf State to penetrate beyond the center attacking midfield. A little bit of suppression there happening. Baf State probably just looking to play around. They're trying to find their way. One forward.
And looks like they're calling for a foul there, but nothing called. But it looks like Elijah Tula got a hand into the face of Kurjwan Israel. But Kurjwan needs to understand that this is the big boy league and Elijah is a big boy player. A no-nonsense defender, Anthony Frederick, coming forward. Kendrick Walters. Walters trying to bring George with a shot and it's a goal! Giovanni George sliding it into the bottom corner.
You said Giovanni George. That looked like Usain Bolt to me, Kareem, and you touched on his speed, and we saw that there. Giovanni George just burst onto the scene and really got enough onto it, slotted it past the goalkeeper. 1-0 to Baf State.
And as I told you, Giovanni George is rapid, Gavin. Really quick off the mark. Ran a lot of track in high school. And since his reintroduction into the Baf State team, Giovanni has been the saving grace so far in this President's Cup campaign.
Guys, we spoke of the condition earlier on of the goalkeeper, and of course the goalkeeper for Fonkole not having a foot reach. And I suspect tonight this is one of the areas where Baf State will be probably exploiting this Fonkole team tonight, guys.
Yes, for sure. Maglo. Cordell. Fonkole trying to rotate the ball around, trying to see if they can break through the ranks of Baf State, but nothing able to materialize. But the ball's out of play, will be a throw into them. And let's see how Fonkole can respond, being down 1-0.
I want to go back to that goal again because George will get the spotlight for scoring, but also the pass too as well from Walter, the assist.
Fonkole trying to play it. Frederick. Back to Frederick. Recycles back. Looking for that gap. Back to Frederick again. Looking for some options. Spread his left. Pressure coming in. He's under a bit of pressure. Gets a bit of clearance.
And an opportunity for Baf State goes a begging. Eustace Philip not putting the ball across the face of the goal. And you can hear the disdain from the coaching staff of the Baf State team.
But also defensively, Kareem, just noticed that Fonkole seems to be allowing Anthony Frederick too much time on the ball. And if he really gets going, starts pulling those strings, could be a very long night for them. So I think they probably need to just probably man-mark him or something. Make it a little bit more difficult for him.
Beautiful ball forward by Darren Wade. Yes, they do need to man-mark Anthony Frederick.
But you have to admit it, guys, even if you man-mark Anthony Frederick is able to, work around the ball, even manipulate the ball. Fonkole from the far end, trying to get their way into the penalty area, finally get through and try to sneak one in, and it was a bit rich with the pass, and hearing the disappointment from what seemed to be of the Fonkole fan group really going, ooh.
I think the Fonkole fans, the neutral fans, and everybody in the crowd that's just a fan of football in general was disappointed with that pass because, I mean, in as much you have the supporters of Baf State, but a lot of the fans here want to see an entertaining final. They want to see goals both ways. And I mean, the President's Cup has been serving up a lot of, it's a strong challenger, Anthony Frederick. And that's going to be the game's first card, I presume.
Nice one, ref. I tell you, that must get a red card. That team must get a red card tonight.
I'm not sure who actually received the card. I'll try to get the confirmation, but I think that's Xander, the number 19. Alexander Daru, number 9. So it's number 9. So that's Kojwan Israel receiving that yellow card then. Clearance completed.
That's all. Nice. Man coming. Good ball.
Frederick stringing some pass. Interception completed. Fonkole trying to push down the line. Fonkole playing it from the right. And he's going to be forced out for a goal kick.
Good individual defending there by Elijah Tulo.
Yes, and you could hear the Baf State management or coaching staff shouting that he's afraid. He's afraid, and that goes back to that initial tackle from Elijah Tulo to really set the tone. Real enforcing that Baf State defense. A sort of an unsung hero. You'll find Eustace Marshall sort of getting all of the accolades. But Elijah Tulo does what you call the quote-unquote dirty work in that team.
Dirty work, Gavin, but still keeping it clean.
Yes.
I think the issue with Elijah Tulo is he does a lot of the dirty work, and then when you do the dirty work, you're prone to giving up those silly fouls, getting those yellow cards, getting those red cards. As you can see, they're just getting some medical attention. There is the goal scorer, Giovanni George, for Baf State. Been a great season, Gavin. Lot of entertaining football.
Yes.
Especially, I think, the third place match. That amazing comeback. Gavin, was very, very, very interesting. The Avengers headed into halftime not scoring one. I was watching the game from about 45 feet or so up in the air. I was actually on a tower and, watching a game from there. And I went in, looked at the first time. I was surprised the Avengers hadn't scored any, but that's amazing comeback from them in the third place game, Gavin.
Yeah, it was quite the comeback, and I think the Avengers just showed why they're Premier League material to come back from 3 goals down and also down in the extra time as well to win the game 5-4.
Go, Jenny.
As we have Baf State trying to push one forward for JDN to Giovanni George, rather.
Close. Nice.
And then we had Fonkole's last encounter before this. That game also ended with 9 goals. It was a 6-3 victory for them against South City FC. So a lot of high scoring affairs throughout the President's Cup.
One team be on your toes now.
I think
Throw you flat.
Fonkole are making a change.
Yeah, it
We
looks
see
like
some activity on the sideline.
Yeah, look like one of the players just unable to continue. I thought it was going to be Kojwan Israel, but we'll get the confirmation of that. But it looks like Jose Nelson will be taking the field, and he'll be coming on for the number 18, that's Shamari Bob. So Shamari Bob has run his race, and that's going to be a big blow for Fonkole FC.
Shamari Bob, of course, playing a crucial role in the goal-scoring efforts for Fonkole. And like you said, that is definitely going to be a blow. Ricochet trying to make back, but long clearance by Baf State.
Good ball there by Darren Wade, wide to Rick Nation. Rick trying to find the substitute, Jose Nelson. And Shamari Bob just really distraught. And if I know him well, he's really disheartened to be subbed off in the first half of this game, wanting to help his team come forward. As Funko to come forward, the clearance by Eustace Marshall. Ball back to Darren Wade. Ball wide. Wade. Baf is looking to come forward. And ball forward. Montel James. Montel James. 1-on-1. Montel James! Over the bar.
Brilliant effort there from Montel James. I think the defender did just enough to sort of put him off because Montel James never really got in firm control of that ball. But again, Baf State showing that they're quite dangerous on these sort of counter-attacks.
That's a foul.
Once you finish that, let's go. Take them out in the game early.
Funkoli recycling back. Trying to push through the channel. Baf State, sorry, thank you. Plays it on the wing, left. Tries to find the gap. Gets Montel James. Montel James squares it across the face.
Ooh, that almost landed in the back of the net there off of the goalkeeper.
Would have been an own goal from my looks of it. It's gone out for a corner kick. So Montel James with 2 opportunities in the last minute or two. Baf State really piling on the pressure there, trying to put this game out of reach very early for Funkoli, but out of reach, especially after what has happened today. I don't think any lead is safe at the DFA Technical Center.
Let's get it.
Ball coming in. And the back post, just maybe a mix-up there between the two Eustaces, Eustace Phillip and Eustace Marshall. Eustace squared.
Hey, watch it ball.
Ball forward. Kojwan running. Kojwan coming. Kojwan really hunting down Elijah Tula and having to give away a throw in there.
Bit of miscommunication with Elijah Tula and the goalkeeper, because he was clearly signaling for the goalkeeper to come out. But the goalkeeper decided against it.
It's a foul throw.
Come on the line, man. Come for that ball, man. That easy ball to come for.
Frederick dancing his way forward on the line. Frederick pushing through, gets past one, and a foul against Frederick.
And I think Anthony Frederick is really up for this one. And if Anthony Frederick is up for a game, it's gonna be terrible night for you.
Again, it really shows that what we spoke to very early on, the experience over the youthfulness, and so far, the experience has had the edge over the youthfulness tonight over this Funkole team.
With Montel James over the free kick.
Montel James, remember, scored a brilliant free kick on Wednesday.
Watch it pushing in the box. Ball! That is his game!
Yeah, a bit of a scramble and it's gone in the end. And just looking across the flag and stay down. So this one's going to stand.
And it's Giovanni George.
Doubling up his account tonight, guys. And the coaching staff of the Baf State are very happy with this encounter so far. 28th minute goal coming in for Baf State, 2 for Giovanni George.
Yeah, Giovanni George has really stepped up tonight. And I think he's would have been the X factor coming into this game. I know Funkole would have been putting a lot of emphasis on trying to stop Anthony Frederick, Kerrick Walter, and even Montel James. But silently, Giovanni George stepped up. He's having a big game so far, 2 goals. And it's 2-0 to Baf State.
2-0 to Baf State, and of course Funkole on the far end. A little bit of pressure came through on Kerwan Israel, of course, limping a bit. Ball given away for Baf State, or to Baf State at this time.
Well, what can happen is that Funkole, yes, they're down 2-0, but they don't have to keep their heads down. I'm sure they would have gotten some inspiration from their neighbors, the Mighty Avengers, who came from 3-0 down in the third place game. 3 goals down to win the game. So it's not over, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys might be accused of being biased, boy. Gavin and Joseph.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
But,
we're just into the first half, Kareem.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, you're down 2-0, but it takes like half a second to score a goal, and you might catch a break. I mean, yes, the Baf State back line is very experienced, but we've seen them showing fragility at times, even in their quarterfinal game against Tarish Pit. Tarish Pit coming back late to score a few goals and make it a little more difficult for them. Montel James unable to keep that ball.
Fokole from the fine, trying to press one forward, and that one has been completely suppressed. Slowing down proceedings. Interception through the midfield completed. Didn't quite connect on the turn. Frederick onto the ball. Slows down proceedings, looking for some options. Dances his way past one. Gets one through. And the run will not be made.
I think just a little bit of miscommunication. But again, Anthony Frederick being afforded too much time on that ball. And play off his quality is not going to make too many bad passes if he gets all of that time on the ball. And Elijah Tulo, guilty of the foul. I was about to say that it was good defensive work, but I think might have just bodied the attacker there a bit too much. It's going to be a free kick for not Point Michel. What am I saying? Free kick for Fonkole. And a free kick in a sort of inviting position. If it's struck firmly and cleanly enough, could pose a challenge. It's going to be what? A 4-man wall? Let's see how this unfolds. Takes it in and forces it. It goes in! It goes in! The goalkeeper got a hand to it, but only was good enough to parry it into the goal. And Fonkole have gotten a lifeline. It's 2-1.
2-1. And just like that, like how Kareem just said earlier on, goal score literally takes a split second to score a goal. He had his hand onto the ball, but just a little unfortunate flick. The ball slipped past him, Sachin Thomas, making that unfortunate mistake. And Gavin, like you said, lifeline has been given to Fokole at this time.
That was a good free kick there by Darren Wade. Just really putting that ball right in the corner there. And the goalkeeper, despite getting a hand to it, unable to put it forward. And that ball coming forward. Kieran Maglaw into Darren Wade. Wade puts it wide. Jose Nelson. Nelson. Curdell Joseph holding up the ball. Curdell Joseph really trying to make a play, but lost out.
Just reflecting on that goal, it was firmly struck by Darren Wade, but I think the keeper could have possibly done a bit better on that. But what's under the bridge? 2-1 as Fonkole has gotten this lifeline back into the game. Walters is brought down, and it's now a free kick for Baf State in a very good position.
Let's get it, boys. She's on target.
And Baf State with a number of candidates who could step up for this one. There's the likes of Anthony Frederick. There's also Kerrick Walter, as well as Montel James.
On target is a goal. Let's go.
It looks like Anthony Frederick or Montel James over that free kick there.
And the Great Wall of China being constructed there. 5-man wall. Here we go. Takes a deflection off the wall. And, well, throw in for Fonkole.
What I will say, Gavin, for sure, is this game is electric, end-to-end stuff. If you blink, you might miss something. Fonkole looking to come forward. Rick trying to play that ball to Kershwan Israel, and Israel showing some visible displeasure there with the quality of the ball coming forward. Cuddle on the ball. Cuddle carrying. Cuddle going over, foul. And Cuddle Joseph for sure can carry the football.
And against his former team as well. So Fonkole getting another free kick, this time a bit further out, so don't expect a shot on goal. But we've seen some brilliant free kicks this evening. Boston, for example, from Mighty Avengers had a brilliant one. We saw just a few moments ago Derwin Wade getting one. On Wednesday, Montel James had another brilliant free kick as well.
And on Thursday, there was two
free
kick scored. I think there was Eon
Oscar, yes.
Yes. And I can't remember the other guy's name.
Into the box, and
somebody should be attacking that ball,
definitely,
Gavin.
Definitely. For a moment there, I thought Fonkole was going to get onto the end of it. So Fonkole seems to have found their footing in the game. That's what a goal can do, what a difference it makes. A few moments ago, they were looking down and out.
Go, Jerry.
Foul. I think there's a foul.
We are going to repeat ourselves. This is a non-smoking zone. Refrain from visiting any bandits in the area, or we will ask the police to escort you out of the area. Thank you.
Right, so free kick for Baf State. There's some housekeeping matters at the venue. Karimi, know it's Christmas time, and a lot of the young spectators there will be, you know, with their little firecrackers and whatnot, bandits, as it's commonly known.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you don't want to, you know, kill the viewing atmosphere for those who don't partake in such, because there'll be Kenrick Walters over the free kick.
Looks like he's shaping up for a shot on goals, a three-man wall. Walters takes a deflection, goalkeeper scrambling there, thinking caught off the uprights. And is it still in play? Yes, no, it's gone out. Goal kick in the end.
Another dangerous moment there.
Well, another dangerous moment, and of course danger averted for Fonkole. Because we know at this time Baf State will be looking to sort of make up for that goal that was scored against them.
Rick Nation on the left-hand side. Ball with Jose Nelson. Jose trying to return to Nick, losing out. Ball forward. Okan, Xavier winning the ball in the center. Trying to get a ball to Maglo. Maglo, good touch to Jones. Okan losing out to Walters. Okan really trying there. Okan Xavier, as a young player, is actually, in my opinion, built in that Kenrick Walters mold. Really dynamic, really aggressive. They have that same hunger. So, you know, if you can have a career similar to Kenrick Walters, which might be, you know, local hero status, if you want to say that, you know, as part of those great Exodus teams in the past, the future is bright for Okan. Ball out of play.
But Kenrick Walter has been quite the journeyman across Dominica's football, not just in terms of teams, but also in terms of positions as well. Earlier on, remember, he would have been a winger, more of an attacking player. As his career continued to move on, he dropped into the midfield. Then I even remember a stint with the national team as a fullback. So quite a journeyman, experienced player, Kenrick Walter.
Baf State attempted to fashion some space for themselves, an opportunity, not being able to quite get through at this time. Playing through into the middle, looking for that gap, that channel to Frederick. Frederick looking for some options, tried to get one through, and that was completely suppressed. But Fonkole now coming with the quick counter. Tries to push forward. Fonkole driving through.
That was Kojwan really putting on the Jets. Baf State
Goal.
coming for the box. Walters. Corner kick.
The man in this area says all where? Look at the never move. Just as you all of us there. In this area, that's all the business. Or you don't put it like closely.
2-1 in favor of Baf State. 2 goals from Giovanni George and 1 from Darren Wade. That's the score at this time.
Corner kick
Just
for
about 5 more minutes before we end the first half.
corner kick
Fourth
coming
corner.
from Baf State. On the far post, landing, scramble, Marshall, ball back across. Frederick, blocked. Again, Frederick heading it in. Darren Wade under it. Clearance completed there by Maglo. And that's Darren Wade under it. And Darren Wade is bursting. And Kojwan Israel. Israel gets into the box. Muscled off the ball by Lara John Baptist. Anthony Frederick on the ball. Into Montel James. Montel James dropping the shoulder. Gets it back to Lara. Back to Montel. Montel on the ball. Looking to spread one wide. And that's a good spread wide to Eustace Philip. Philip trying to get it forward. Giovanni still on the ball.
Nice work, Jelly. Nice work, Jelly.
Wins a corner, and Giovanni George really earning his money here this evening.
Real good end-to-end stuff, Kareem. Just a few moments ago, we had appeals for a penalty. Good, strong physical play it was.
Yeah, this is a good old-fashioned shoulder badge.
And then on the other end, Giovanni George, clearly the man of the half for the Baf State team. Doing quite well to win his team another corner kick.
Corner kick coming in. Because it's going to be Montel James on the far side with an in-swinger. Headed out, Darren Wade. That's a foul.
Fonkole really trying to press through, but they've been suppressed.
Yes, you have the Fonkole coaching staff really showing some disdain there with some of the officiating.
But they have to be careful that they don't get their marching orders to head back to the tunnel. You can see they're quite aggressive there with the fourth official, Gabriel Caesar. Credit to him, he's sort of been calm. But here comes more pressure again for Baf State. Driving forward and, well, defense in the end stands tall. And now Fonkole looking to break the other way.
Ball forward. Can Kojwan catch it? Kojwan can't catch it. Kojwan Israel.
Oh, he's kicked
And that
and the
is a
referee's
penalty.
pointed to the spot. It is a penalty.
Kojwan Israel, off of will and determination alone, winning a penalty for Fonkole and an opportunity to make the game 2-2 just before the half.
Real sloppy there from Baf State. Ball that could have been cleared. Defender had a sort of loose kick behind it. And they caught the Kojwan Israel in the end. And now just like that, after being 2 goals down, Fonkole with a chance to get the equalizer just before we head into the end of the first half.
Well, it's going to be Sachin Thomas to the defensive part of this penalty. Whether or not anything can get past Sachin Thomas. It's Israel versus Thomas.
Kojan Israel, who's been the hero for Fonkole, getting them into the finals. He's gotten hat tricks, beaver tricks, all sorts of tricks. He needs this goal now to draw level. Israel. Israel misses. Goalkeeper makes a save. No, the goal, the referee has pointed. And that's our waiter, the signal there, what is going on right now. I think we have an injured goalkeeper. Did that goal go in? I'm not too sure.
But based on what we saw, it did not go in, but I suspect it going in, Gavin and Kareem. The way it may have gone in must have really affected him because he is down. He has not gotten up as yet.
No, what happened, Joseph, is the ball kind of the crossband came across, and then you had the Fonkole player just flying in trying to force that ball in. But kudos to Sachin being brave and getting down right into there despite the flying in boot coming from the Fonkole player. So a lot of brave goalkeeping going on by Sachin. Good work, and there's going to be a yellow card. I don't know if it was something the player said or if it's a challenge on the goalkeeper, but that was the opportunity for Fonkole and squandered.
Yes, and very uncharacteristically from Kojan Israel, who's been getting so much praise for his goals. Missed a major opportunity there for Fonkole, and this could be a major turning point in this match.
Well, Gavin, one thing I know for sure, and that's going to be a handball. Yes, it is a handball. And one thing I know for sure, Gavin, is that when you start missing opportunities like that, it starts to seep its way into the team, and you start feeling like it's not your day. It's not your day. So the Fonkole team needs to really come strong. And I think right now, this is a time where the captain needs to put his hand over Kojan Israel's shoulder and say, hey, you get another one, you get another one. Because he has been the source of goals for them, and he needs to be playing well for them to win this game as that ball is pinched away. Kenrick Walters coming forward. Kenrick Walters finding Anthony Frederick. Frederick on the ball. Frederick losing out to Harris. Frederick still on the ball. And that's another handball though.
Well, we're in added time right now as to how much. I see referee Matthew looking at his watch. Maybe blowing the whistle not too long from now as we wind down the minutes on halftime. Baf State on the far end. Fonkole gets fouled.
So 2-1 here at the DFA Technical Center. Again, we have to go back to that missed penalty from Kojan Israel. And again, we have to emphasize that no lead is safe today, Sunday, at the DFA Technical Center. Fonkole almost came from 2 goals down to get the equalizer as in comes another ball into the box. It's a chance, and the goalkeeper gets down and makes a brilliant save. And he might have hurt himself in the process as well. But the goalkeeper making me eat my words, Kareem. I highlighted that he might not be the most athletic, but so far he's really holding his own.
Definitely holding down his own to the point where he is actually down at this time. In fact, both goalkeepers receiving some sort of injury, and
I think it's half time.
I think that's a halftime whistle by referee Matthew. So 2-1 in favor of Baf State. Giovanni George, the double goal scorer, and Darren Wade. the lone goal scorer. Guys, halftime summary from Kareem and Gavin.
It's a good game of football. A lot of end-to-end action. I mean, Baf State, yes, up by 2 goals, but Fonkole are by no means out of the game, and they did win that penalty. And Coach Van Israel needs to shake that off and bag something in the second half for his team if they want to get forward in this game. But Fonkole need to also be careful because Baf State will be looking to extend that lead in the second half. In terms of a winner, my guess is as good as yours, Gavin. But join us in the next 15 minutes as we conclude the first division. But for now, Fonkole 1, Baf State 2.
Welcome back to second half action at the Stock Farm Technical Center. 2-1 in favor of Baf State. Giovanni George with 2 to his account, and Darren Wade 1 for Fonkole. As we are about to start second half action, Baf State and Fonkole in the President's Cup Division 1 finals. Right here, Joseph Fadul, Gavin Richards, and Kareem Regist on commentary tonight as referee Matthew Walter is about to start off. Matthew Walsh, sorry. Apologies,
The former Minister for Agriculture.
Yes. On this field here, Fonkole takes possession, and guys, it's back to you guys.
Deep ball coming forward. Strong challenge in the air. Foul. Good Joseph against Eustace. Marshall scores 2-1 in favor of Baf State, as you said, Joseph, and it's been electrifying here at the Stock Farm Technical Center.
Yeah, I think today has really lived up to the hype. Championship Sunday and 2 entertaining games so far. No walkovers yet.
No walkovers.
I think Fonkole would have done their assessments of the first half, would have realized the areas that they were struggling a bit. One of them was dealing with the pace of Giovanni George. And also, I think, too, the amount of time that they've afforded Anthony Frederick on the ball. Throw into Baf State. Walters. Philip. Coming together there. Yes, the ref is going to give that foul. Free kick for Fonkole.
And Fonkole looking to just settle on the ball. I was expecting to see a sub for Kojan Israel at the half, but he seems to have recovered from the ankle injury. Ball landing for Israel. Israel for shot. Ooh, sharp save by goalkeeper Sashin Thomas.
Kojan Israel really a threat on the ball, especially in that final third. Forced the goalkeeper into a big save. Although the angle was always against him. It
Yes,
would have been tough to beat him on the goalkeeper on that near post.
Yes, it would have been tough, but I mean, stranger things have happened. It's going to be, look like Darren Wade over the corner kick for Baf State. And Fonkole need to get one back early in the game.
Could be that opportunity for them. Header.
Ball still in the box, trying to fashion some space to shoot, blocked out, and that ball coming wide. Montel James on the ball. James trying to find Anthony Frederick. And good work by the Fonkole team. Hold up the defense. Okanzavi trying to hold up the ball. Good work by Giovanni. Giovanni still, ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw into Fonkole. Giovanni really trying hard to keep that ball on the line in play, but losing out in the end to Okanzavi.
What impressed me about that last passage there was the strength from Giovanni. Although he ran out of real estate in the end, but able to hold off the defender. Looks like it should be a foul. No, referee says play on. Lots of pulling and tugging.
Darren Wade is a really interesting character to me because in my mind, if Darren Wade drops about 10 pounds, best player in Dominica.
Yes.
Yeah. Just is able to train and focus on football, best player in Dominica.
I think it boils down to personal fitness and stuff along those lines, because when he was in his heyday with Baf State, looked quite the fit player then. Put on a few extra pounds
But I mean, still moving, Gav.
yes.
Still moving for sure. Darren Wade, I mean, a lot of teams come thinking that he's lost that pace and that hunger, but I mean, as you can see tonight, Darren is playing everywhere.
Fonkole as they look for that equalizer. Baf State want to put this game to bed. They had a few chances in the first half. Yes, they converted on 2, but in front of goal, I think maybe they could have had at least 2 more.
And then don't forget, there was the penalty, which Kirchwan Israel cannoned off of the crossbar. Kirchwan proclaiming himself the Dominican Haaland.
Well, he's really hit the league running with the goals that he's had. And from what I gather, he's not, how would I call it? He's not really based in Dominica, is he? Or he might be heading overseas soon?
He came in from one shot, so we wouldn't call him an overseas-based player. You know, he is in Dominica, he is here. He's actually part of our under-20 national team training squad.
Well, from the looks of it, based on his form, I know it's early days, but I'm saying if he continues on that pace, he'll surely be one of the players who will be traveling to Costa Rica for the under-20 qualifiers.
Hey, let's play the ball. Shot, boy. Stop that long ball thing, boy.
Darren Wade on the ball still. Wade swinging one. Ooh, over the bar.
So Baf State looking for some silverware to take up with them to the Premier League. Baf State and Mighty Avengers securing promotion. DSFC and East Central being demoted.
Is that the first time two teams have gone up and two teams have gone down?
I think so, because I know in previous years the 9th place team has always found a way to survive. There's a chance for Baf State. And again, the defense for Fonkole rising to the occasion. Goal kick is the signal.
Good cover there by Okanzave.
Fonkole playing it short from the back.
High boot there. Ball forward. Kenrick Walters on the ball. Into Anthony Frederick. Frederick to Carlisle. Ball making it all the way to Walters. Walters with a shot. Walters goal! And Kenrick Walters makes it 3-1 in favor of Baf State.
That was struck firmly by Kenrick Walter, but again the goalkeeper had to do a lot better on that. I believe it was within his reach and just couldn't get onto it. And Baf State getting the third goal and sort of a cushion there. And you can just look around at the Fonkole bench. You can see that, you know, they're basically saying the goalkeeper could have done a lot better, Kareem.
Yes, the goalkeeper could have done a lot better. But as you rightfully said, Gavin, not the most athletic character.
I know that that's been the point, not necessarily so much against him tonight, but it's not been working too much into his favor tonight. But let's hope at least he can probably try to make up for it a bit more during the rest of the game. Fonkole with an opportunity to try to press through, slowing down proceedings a little bit.
Just getting some information there, Kareem, that there has been an instance where two Division 1 teams came up. Get back to that in a while. It's a chance! But Fonkole goes wide. Goes wide.
Uncharacteristic there from Darren Wade. And if you think about it, Gavin, if that had gone in and the penalty had gone in, we'd be looking at a 3-3 game.
Totally different game. Like I said, the missed penalty definitely a turning point in this game. Going back a bit, Kareem, we've had an instance where two Division 1 teams have gone up at the same time, and that's when We United and East Central gained promotion that same year. Can't remember which two teams were relegated that particular year, but just got a correction there from Clivon Vidal, fastest medic on the island, also president of the We United Club.
I think we United will forever hold the record of quickest team promoted, being promoted in their first season. First time I'm asking. Ball coming across the face of goal. Goal! And Funkole! With a header!
Beautiful header across the face of goal. In fact, coming through to him and then just beautifully heading it in. Game on right now. And like you said in the first half, Kareem, a goal is scored literally in a split second.
Yes, and a goal literally scored in the split second. I think that was Kieran Magler on the end of that header. And it's 3-2 in favor of Baf State. And Funkole not dead yet, as only 10 minutes have passed in the second half. We're entering the 56th minute of play. Given away to Jose Nelson. Nelson trying to wear that pass forward for Kerjwan, but unable to. And I think Kerjwan still has a part to play in this game. Okan Zave. Okan trying to find Kerjwan, and he's pulled! And the referee says nothing, but...
Well, I think the only reason why the referee said nothing is, but then again, I should not make that assumption. He looked to be in an offside position from my point of view.
Yeah, but the flag didn't go up, Gavin.
The flag didn't go up, that's right. But I think the referee might have probably taken that into consideration. I'm not too sure.
But I mean, from my angle as well, Kerjwan looked to go down too early. Oh, good pick by Darren Wade into Alexander, trying to find Wade. Funkole with some signs of life. Wade, cross blocked. And Carlisle clearing the ball. And some excitement here to talk from technical center, Gavin.
Definitely excitement. I know we're seeing Baf State under some pressure. Baf State being forced to defend. Funkole has found their second win. What a difference a goal makes.
Baf State stringing some passes, pushing one forward on the right side, driving, crosses into the face of goal and misses out!
What a run that was there from George. Giovanni George sprinting down on the right side. Played it across the face of goal and just did a tap in, Kareem.
And Montel James should be stretching every single inch of his frame to try and get that ball into the back of the net, Gavin. Just really not showing that effort there when it mattered. And in these tight games, in these finals, it's the effort is what counts. It's a foul in favor of Baf State. And I don't see any activity from the Baf State bench just yet, but I see Funkole have had one guy warming up for quite some time.
Opportunity for Baf State. Hovers one. George looking for the head and just missing out on it.
I think the back of his, or I should say in his peripheral vision, maybe he just saw the goalkeeper coming forward. And probably that might have just put him off a bit. But it's now Baf State now, as this game's sort of taking a little bit of a swing. A few moments ago, it was a Funkole in the ascendancy. Now it's Baf State. Still with Baf State in the midfield. Has to be careful not to give it away. Actually, he was fouled. A free kick for Baf State.
Free two. And it looks like the first roll of the dice is going to be from Funkole.
Well, we can say the first substitution that's not forced, because we remember the first half they were forced to make a change.
So we get confirmation of the substitution from Funkole. And it looks like it's going to be the number 11, Dwight Walsh, coming in. And we'll look to see who he's going to replace.
It's Walters.
Cross, boy, go!
Walters did a beautiful cross and
Nice work, lad. Nice work, lad.
signals a corner kick. Good defending there from Fonkole.
Go on, go on, go on, go on. He said go ahead, he said go ahead. Go on.
And not making the substitution on the set piece, which is something that I myself subscribe to. I never make a substitution, at least on a defensive set piece.
Opportunity for Baf State to take the advantage again.
Let's get it.
Header comes through, clearance, just slight.
Rasta.
Ball, Cordell Joseph is trying to spread one wide. Ooh, just unable to get that ball under control there on that right-hand side. And it looks like the substitution, Dwight Walsh coming in. And he's coming in for Jose Nelson. So the substituted here. Jose Nelson, just kudos to the young man, not showing any signs of fatigue, not well disheartenment.
Yeah.
You know, just something has to change for the sake of the game. And, you know, as a coach, I always try to tell players that sometimes a sub is not because you're playing bad. A sub is just tactical.
Tactical, yes.
And a shot, high and wide. Sometimes a sub is just tactical. And, you know, the coaching staff sees something that might work or might not work or might not be working and need to change something.
So 3-2 to Baf State. Quite a appreciative crowd here at the DFA Technical Center. Weather has held up quite nicely as well.
Ball with Maglo. Maglo to Alexander in the center. The number 19, Alexander in the center. Affection with us tricks. Migos. I won't sing the lyrics. She like Wendy. We'll leave it there.
73rd.
70 was the word. So he's a musician by day and a footballer by night. What a life.
What a life, man. One of the rising booyah acts in Dominica. I've been following him on the social media scene. He's done a few tours already. He had a big song for Carnival. We won't repeat it, but had a big song for Carnival.
What is the word? Scored a beautiful goal in Fonkole's last game, actually, against South City with the outside of the boot from the outside of the box. And that's a Joan Israel. Lining on Israel! Ooh! And that's wide.
And not too far wide. The goalkeeper was flat-footed.
And Gavin, I know he scores a 3-2. But if Baf State don't score another goal, I think Joan Israel has something to say about this game.
He's had a few chances, the missed penalty, this one there a short while ago. I think he's really going to get onto the score sheet sooner than later. Baf State has to be very careful.
Baf State trying to play one forward. Fonkole interception. Trying to force them and keep them into the middle. Could be the footwork there. Still onto it. Really held on to the pressure as much as they could, and they're still holding on. Fonkole spreads it left, diverts back, looks for the opportunity, and it's blocked. And clearance completed there.
Yeah, we'll do it. Hands.
Giovanni George getting some instructions there from the legendary Coulson Benjamin, one of the greatest strikers Dominica has produced. Ooh, high foot, a collision as well. Doesn't look like the referee's going to take any further action. Free kick for a point for Fonkole.
Drop. Hey, we watching the ball. We watching the ball.
You know, Kareem, when the history is being recorded for Dominica's football, we speak of.
Coming into the box.
Yeah, we speak of legendary players, the likes of Coco Shu, Robertson Hippolyte, Kendrick Solka, Emmanuel. And then you have guys like Coulson Benjamin, the modern day heroes for football.
Hey, 2 men on top.
There's also a Julian Wade,
2 men on top.
Randolph Peltier. This corner comes in, a chance again for Fonkole, scramble in the box. And the danger cleared for now.
Well, the number of names that Gavin you just called there, the likes of these two particular teams there, eventually future commentators who will be, taking our place will be calling probably these names later on. Frederick spreads it into the middle. Baf State trying to press forward.
A
Bit of a sprinkle coming through, yes.
Just looked up and it's a bit overcast. Let's hope the weather can hold up and we can get to finish the game. It's 3-2. Baf State with the lead. Fonkole still pressing. Baf State on the attack now.
Cross it.
Attempts to cross in. The signal from the official looks like it should be a corner kick.
Let's get that one, fellas. Let's get that one. Don't try that, Mafi. Don't never first. Mafi can never be first. Don't try that, Baylor.
Opportunity for Baf State to possibly tip things further into their favor. They just have a very slight edge of 1 goal lead to this Fonkole team, which started their comeback. Number of opportunities. Ball in, headed out, and an unfortunate deflection there. I didn't think he quite got the angle that he wanted to get onto it, Gavin.
Yeah, rose to the occasion, but I couldn't get it on target. Ball, good corner towards the back post, beating the goalkeeper and everything. So just needed that little touch on target. Would have gone in.
Fonkole spreading one wide to the substitute, Dwight Walsh. Walsh on the ball. Walsh trying to find Rick Nation and finds Rick Nation successfully. Back to Maglo. Maglo trying to play one into the box, headed out by Elijah Tula. And Fonkole have really settled on the ball in the second half. Ball out of play, Baf State's ball.
I see it because the lights
A very, very, very interesting opportunity has just presented itself for Fonkole in a very inviting position, just about 20 yards out. Good chance for Fonkole to put more pressure on this Baf State side. Opportunity, and it doesn't get past the wall.
Good work by the wall, because I think if that made its way over the wall, that would have been a goal.
Hold now. Get it, go!
All the way back, and Fonkele looking to build again. Good high press from Baf State. They've won it back. It's Walter looking for options in the box. Walter still going. Walters is brought down, and referee says no.
There was nothing there in that for Kenny Walter.
Yeah, I think he tried to con the referee there, and Matthew Walsh was not up for it. Again, they're giving it away. Here comes Baf State again. Bad pass. Space in the midfield. Good through ball. Trying to find Israel. Oh, broken up there. And again, defense for Baf State. Sort of breaking up the attack. But there seems to be sort of a breakdown there, Kareem, in the midfield. Midfield not really existent for Baf State.
Yeah, just a little bit of a breakdown in the midfield, as you said, for Baf State. And Fonkele has actually had the better second half, in my opinion. And if Baf State are not careful, they can and will equalize this game, as they're just about 20 minutes, 19 minutes left in this encounter at the DFA Technical Center. I'd like to thank all those who made this viewing possible, the Dominican Football Association, Stream Genius, for all your streaming needs. And Baf State sending the contingent to warm up.
With a large contingent, seemingly, Kareem.
Yeah, see the likes of Michael Fiofil, Shem Fiofil warming up. You have the likes of Marvin LeBlanc as well, available for Baf State, amongst others.
Well, one will wonder this time how many will Coach Michael Joseph decide to put in.
Well, LeBlanc can always come up with an effort, and you might bring in Fiofil if you want to bring more defensive. Goalkeeper coming off his line there smartly. I think Fonkele are a goalkeeper away from being a real contender.
I think so as well. And quite possibly in the next transfer window, maybe they might be eyeing a goalkeeper. But I think they will surely be one of the favorites for the next Division 1 campaign. Strong showing this year. Still have the likes of South City, St. Joseph, RC Doctors who are always knocking on the door but always seem to come up short. And then you also have the relegated East Central team. Although I'm hearing that they might be short of some players, but here's a chance for Fonkele. Skips past one. Still in possession, trying to drive. Angle is against him, looking for the options. And good defensive work, or if it will be a corner kick for Fonkele.
Opportunity this time for Fonkele to add the numbers to their goals. Keeps it short. So a bit of pressure. Finally gets some clearance into the middle, and it's cleared.
Giovanni. Just not able to corral that in.
Yeah, Giovanni won the foot race on that occasion, but I think had one or two extra touches that really took the ball away from him. He's eyeing a hat-trick, has 2 goals already to his name.
A hat-trick in the finals, what more can you ask for?
Strong nudge in the back. Referee doesn't give the free kick for Fonkele. And here comes Baf State again. Now a chance. Options in the box. Squares it. Oh, too heavy overhit, but kept it in play. Players go down. What a challenge that was there. Wow. Wow. But fortunately for him, he got the ball because clearly, oh, wow. That's all I will say, Kareem. Wow.
Ouch.
I think we ourselves in the commentary area here, we felt it as well. But an opportunity for Baf State to make up for it. As the sideline looks very heavy for Baf State. Could be seeing some substitutions coming in very soon.
Let's get it, boys. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it, children.
Could be looking for the header. Two options deep in the face of goal. Inside, headed, and it's just over.
Yeah, that was always going to be a tough chance to keep it down. Quickly underway on the other end. Quite the matchup here. Trying to put the keeper under some pressure. Action, it goes! Off the cross face on the ball. Good clearance in the end. I think that was a pass going back to the goalkeeper off target, and the Fonkole almost made them pay.
Very much so. Only a stroke of luck.
And Fonkole must feel like no matter what they do, they can't force one into the back of the net.
There's a player down for Fonkole, and looks like Kurjan Israel.
No, that's not Kurjan.
Okay,
Kurjan
no.
is on the field. I think that's Kurdell Joseph, the former Baf State player. But
Let's go.
Baf State do play a physical game.
Okay, well, do like you want to play, Baba.
That was a dangerous moment just a few moments ago with that back pass from Elijah Tulo, which put everybody under pressure from the Baf State point of view. And Fonkole quite unfortunate not to have equalized. Corner kick again, Fonkole. Still in the box. Another delivery in. Sensei over the bar goes. Another chance goes for Fonkole.
Well, another opportunity for them. Not properly calculating it. Probably a bit of a hasty strike. Almost in the face of goal. In fact, in the face of goal. And it's opportunities like these. Hopefully it will not come back to haunt them later on in the game.
Well, it's haunting them already because they should have equalized. They already missed a penalty in the first half. That would have equalized the scores at 2. Philip, as that ball player pulls up, in comes across, poor cross in the end, and there's an injured player for Fonkole, and these are sort of the scary injuries, a non-contact injury. He was chasing behind Eustace Philip and went down, and could be a serious problem there as the medics rush onto the field.
Nerve-biting moments, especially for Baf State. The seriousness of the injury, player is being actually carried off.
And looks like Rick Nation has run his race. And It looks like Baf State is going to make a substitution. It looks like Shem Field will be coming onto the field.
I'm not sure if it's a cramp. Looks like it could be a cramp. Sort of a dead leg. But Rick Nation really collapsed in a heap, giving chase out to Eustace Phillip. So you can see Baf State making a change.
And it looks like it's going to be Shem Field coming on for Giovanni George. So Shem coming on and George leaving the field.
Well, George has had a very good game, 2 goals to his name. Unfortunate not to have gotten a hat trick. And he's hoping that he would have done enough.
It looks like a substitution for Funkole. It looks like the injured Rick Nation unable to return. And looks like it's going to be the number 2 for Funkole coming in, Sherquan Walsh. So Sherquan Walsh coming in.
And 16 going out. And the game continues.
3-2. Entertaining game.
Just about 10 more minutes remaining in the game, Gavin.
A chance for Funkole. And again, attack broken up, but here comes Funkole again. And good work there from, looks like Walters won the free kick for.
And looks like Curdell yellow carded.
Yes, for that tug there on Walters. The referee's just pulling things back as you're still taking note of the yellow card. Of course, Kareem, we have the man of the match adjudications to deal with. We have some candidates. Obviously, Giovanni George with the 2 goals.
Let's get another one.
It's also Kerrick Walters had a pretty good game. Ball forward there, goalkeeper had to come out and
then you also have the likes of Anthony Frederick, who has been everywhere for Baf State, but we cannot look past Giovanni's 2 goals for his time he's been on the pitch.
Kerrick Walter wins it back. Walters looking for the return ball. Wasn't quite on target. Walters not giving up. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Looks like somebody's going to get a yellow card.
Nice one, Drew. Nice one. Everybody saying what they want. That's them.
A yellow card being issued there. And referee's also heading over to the bench to give some warnings to the Funkole bench. And like we said, they've been really chirping and throughout the entire game. And the referee's issuing a yellow card to someone on the Funkole bench and a red as well.
Nice, ref. Nice one. Take control of the game, man. Take control of the game. Take control of the game.
Yeah, and a double yellow card, so a red card given to Gerard Tula on the Funkole bench. So him getting his matching orders before he's even gotten the opportunity to kick a ball. The number 12 for Funkole just receiving that red card there. And Kieran Maglow receiving a yellow card on the field for Funkole as we approach just about 7 minutes remaining in this game.
And what is happening now is that the player is taking his time to walk over. I think the referee might probably wait for him to make his way to the tunnel before he resumes play.
Well, eventually the game must continue as we're waiting for the player to continue, taking off his shirts, finally deciding to sprint across. To 3-2 in favor, just slight, as the minutes dwindle down. Just about 7 more minutes to go, guys, before we say goodbye to this Division 1 President's Cup Finals. Fonkole trying to play it on the line. Interception completed. Frederick. Turn by Frederick under a bit of pressure. 2 versus 1. Loses out.
And that's some good foul bait in there. Walters, you actually heard him there talking to Darren face to face. Come, Darren, come.
Well, good buddies there. And you can see no ill will there, but yeah, he's won the free kick. Another tackle, skips past it. Into the box, good delivery, goalkeeper with the punch. Shot from distance, that's off target, goal kick.
5 minutes left in regulation time here at the Sock Athletic Center. 3 goals to 2 in favor of Baf State FC. And it looks like from the shape of things, Gavin, Baf State will be our new President's Cup First Division champions unless Funkole can pull something out here in the dying moments of the game. Kieran James on the ball. Kieran trying to find Kieran Maglo. Maglo diving in. Maglo back to Jones. Jones, wayward attempt.
Jones went for the spectacular, but there was nothing spectacular about that. I felt wasted opportunity.
Funkole need to be careful because yes, you're chasing the game. You have about 5 minutes remaining, but doing that isn't going to help your cause. You need to try and graft that ball and create some better scoring opportunities. Again, the act of scoring a goal only takes a second. And in 5 minutes, you have a lot of seconds. Ball all the way back. Okan Zavi. Okan. Trying to find Curdle on the wing. Finds Curdle. Back to Okan. Stock. Good win. Shem Fairfield. Fairfield to Walters. Walters wide. Philip. Eustace Philip just rushing the end result.
Yeah, bad decision there from Eustace Philip. Not to show what he was trying to do, if he was trying a shot, if he was trying to cross the ball back, but whatever it wasn't executed properly. Nonetheless, Baf State, they've retained or won it back, I should say.
Okay. Ball with Anthony. Anthony trying to get that ball into Montel James in the center. Montel James coming to foul. And time is ticking for Funkole, guys.
Yeah, time really ticking there. Funkole trying to get the ball back downfield. Lovely drive there.
Maglo doing a bit too much. Shem Fairfield. Shem giving it away. Kojwan Israel. Kojwan. Lost out. Walsh on the ball.
I think Kojwan's number has been marked because we've not seen him as effective as we saw him in the first half.
Well, that's what happens, Joseph, when your game relies mainly on pace. And as the game rolls down, your legs get tired under you. You're not really able to be as effective as you were in a fresh game when your legs under you and you have the ability to run at defenders. And Kojwan, relying on his pace, not really able to run at defenders. They've been able to stick him in his tracks early enough that he can get into stride. And just a good all-around, very professional outing for Baf State. As that ball comes down the fast side, makes it all the way to Shem. Shem Fairfield dancing through. Shem! Still available. And another clearance there. Shem not known for his goal-scoring prowess.
Not known for his goal-scoring prowess, but at least, like they say, trying something. At least to try to see if Baf State can get a bit more of a comfortable lead You said earlier on there are quite a number of seconds. It takes 1 second to score, but a number of seconds still left. Opportunity for Baf State to come through, taking the corner short, looking for options into the middle, gets it in, and it's cleared. Fonkole, interception. Baf State. Montel. Straight to the keeper.
As we enter in the 45th minute of play, it's now or never for Fonkole. Foul.
Also, too, that's where game management comes in. And Baf State now should be looking to see if they can keep possession rather than sort of giving the ball away. The ball is their best friend. Time is also their best friend. So
And it's going to be 5 minutes extra time.
That's a lot of time. A shot!
Whoa! What a strike that was! Joseph! On the stroke of extra time with a rocket! What a hit! Good old Joseph!
A sure candidate for goal of the season. Out of nowhere. What a strike from Colonel Joseph against his former team. It's 3-3. 5 minutes. And looks like we could be headed for some extra time.
Well, I think at this time, both teams, especially the Baf State team, are in a bit of a shock. But Fonkole will definitely be taking this goal. Fonkole trying to build on the adrenaline and momentum, trying to push forward once again. But midfield clearance coming through.
Ball coming forward.
So will the missed opportunities for Baf State come back to haunt them in the dying stages of this match? They should have put this game to bed early in the first half. They were up 2-0.
I just feel there's going to be a winner in this extra 5 minutes. Gavin, I don't know who, but I feel like somebody's going to win this game. Fonkole on the ball, dancing through, ball into the box. Shot wide. Ball out of play. Baf State's throwing.
Well,
And the stock from Technical Center is alive, Gavin.
what a championship Sunday it has been. 2 entertaining games. And we could be set for some more bonus football. We're not going home. We're not going home. Firm challenge there, acrobatic in the end. Baf State pushing to go back ahead. Referee's going to pull things back.
Again, another opportunity for Baf State. And what would it mean for the Fonkole crowd and this Fonkole team? Despite starting the season so poorly, making those transfers at the midway point and now lifting the President's Cup. Those kinds of things can really help elevate the team, Gavin.
Definitely. As Fonkole are pushing.
Harris, wide, Maglo, offside.
Oh, and that's a real shame, Kareem. He had the advantage of seeing the entire line across him. Caught in an offside position, but they've given it away, Baf State. Here comes Fonkole again.
Darren Wade. Wade to Walsh.
The referee again. We have a stoppage. And he's heading over to his assistant as well, so something might be going on. Having a discussion with his assistant official on the far side.
I think something must have come from the crowd.
This will be really unfortunate if that's what's unfolding here.
Yeah, I think somebody would have sent something onto the field, but I think the officers are there.
Hey, watch out! Watch out, watch out the ball is!
We've already seen games being called off, remember?
Let's not go there,
let's not
Gav.
go here.
Let's not go there, Gav. Let's not go there. I've buried those demons.
But looks like we will continue.
And it's gonna be Funkel on the ball. Darren Wade tries to get one in. Maglo shapes one. Team effort.
Needed just a little more velocity on that strike. But Funkule seems to be winning all of the loose balls.
Darren Wade goes down. Nothing, says the referee. And it's blown, and it's going to be extra time here at the Stockton Technical Center. So some bonus football action here as the scores end at 90, 3 goals apiece.
Well, what a game that we've had here this afternoon or this evening. Funkule coming from 2 goals down. Baf State had one hand on the trophy. But a wonderful strike from Colonel Joseph has forced extra time. Bonus football, 30 minutes. And we'll be right back.
Brother, let me tell you something.
Oh,
When
yeah.
football nice,
Yeah.
no, that's boy. When football nice, boy, change.
Welcome back to live action at the DFA Technical Center, where just before the 90-minute time, equalizer coming in for Fonkole, and we are 30 minutes hopefully away from crowning the championships. If not, we'll be headed to the penalty area. Kareem Regis and Gavin Richards on commentary here with me, Joseph Adol.
As the game kicks off, it's the ball with Baf State as we enter the 30-minute period here at the end of extra time.
Bonus football, Kareem. It's been a long day.
Very long day of football. Long day for the players as well. Everybody talks about 90-minute fitness, but not many people talk about 120-minute fitness, Gavin.
Definitely. And especially if you probably might have made some substitutions earlier on, not being taken into mind. So we have a head collision. And the referee is going to stop play.
Yeah, it's like Shem Theophil is down holding the back of his head.
So what a game we've had on our hands.
Yes.
Baf State up 2-0, Kareem. And remember I said no lead is safe here at the DFA Technical Center, especially today, Sunday. 3-0, 2-0, who cares?
4-0, 5-0, doesn't matter. Football to be played here at the Stockton Technical Center.
So I can just explain for the benefit of the viewers or probably just tuning in. You missed an amazing third place game. Do It Center Mighty Avengers, they were down 3-0 at halftime. And they came back to win 5-4 in extra time. In the finals, Fonkole FC were down 2-0 at one point. And they've fought their way back 3-3. Lovely skill there. Looking to turn. He's continuing. Brilliant! And the shot there at the end, not living up to the hype.
Good stick there by Okan, but Anthony escapes with the ball, plays it to Montel James. Montel James back to Shem. Shem Filful playing a beautiful ball through to Anthony Frederick. And the defense able to recover there for Fonkole. Ball only as far as Theophil. Theophil lets it run to Walters. Walters playing one forward. Headed across the face of goal. James still getting to the far end of the ball. And the clearance can be completed. Dwight Walsh on the ball. Dwight to Darren. And Darren playing a pitch of a ball over to Maglo. And Maglo can hit! Ooh, high and wide there. The Baf State team not doing the best job at closing out on that shot there from Maglo.
It doesn't look like they paid attention to what happened, which forced the extra time. That strike from Quiddell Joseph, you have to be a bit closer in terms of marking your man. Fonkole FC has shown that they can strike. Here's Wade. Good turn. Back to Wade.
Ball through the center. Alexander to Quiddell Joseph. Joseph trying to find Maglo. Maglo trying to find that return ball to Joseph. And good defensive clearance there by Marshall.
Eustace Marshall really marshalling the troops. Had to be on his P's and toes because we saw Fonkole some good ball movement. Build up there was just immaculate. As there's an injured player down, medics racing across the field. You can see Baf State about to make another change.
And looks like it's going to be Marvin Libla coming onto the field, the number 9 for Baf State.
Looks like he's going to come in for Montel James. So long 90 minutes plus for Montel.
So it looks like Montel James has run his race.
They haven't been able to make the substitution yet, but substitution pending. In comes the ball. Good take there from Baf State, and they come racing forward. Looking to find Anthony Frederick. Anthony Frederick is double team. It's gone back. Eric Walters. Oh, that's a good ball. Good through ball. James. And
strong
heavy
challenge
touch.
there.
Very heavy on that touch.
Ball forward. Darren Wade on the ball. Wade! Blocked. Walsh. Maglo. Back on top to Wade. And that's ball forward. Anthony Frederick. Frederick with a shot. Saved by the goalkeeper.
Not a bad idea because the goalkeeper, like we said, has been a bit suspect. And I don't think he probably might have been anticipating that shot because the way Anthony's body had chipped up looked like he was probably going to play the ball across goal. Here comes Fonkole again. Got a good foot in.
And it's a really good spectacle here this evening, Gavin, as we have all of the fans out in large numbers. You also have a lot of the Chelsea fans on island in the crowd supporting the likes of Colson Benjamin and myself as Chelsea fans.
That's somewhat the fourth place team.
It is what it is, fourth place team, but yeah, I'll take that one, Gavin. I'll take that one. But you know, just giving a shout out to the likes of Nato and others, Imanu and others in the crowd.
Well, it could be worse, Kareem. I know there's some teams in seventh, eighth, some strange numbers. Baf State, however, making a change. But there's also an injury concern as well.
It's like Anthony Fredericks down.
So Baf State just trying to see if they might probably make a change to the substitution. The original signal was for Montel James to be substituted off for Marvin LeBlanc, but with the injury concern now for Anthony Frederick. Okay, Frederick says that he's able to make it, so change Montel James off. Marvin LeBlanc is in. But Baf State temporarily down to 10 men, Curry.
Yes, Baf State temporarily down to 10 men. And you had the linesman making the issue that the substitution would have already been made. So if they did want to make that change for Anthony Frederick, would have to be another sub. Ball landing, clearance again. Fonkole doing well to clear the lines. But Anthony Frederick is back onto the field. And Anthony is one of those players who bleeds Baf State. Foul on the far side. It's going to be Baf State's ball. And it's a free kick opportunity for Baf State. A chance to go ahead in this game in this first period of extra time, Gavin.
Yes, a chance. A set piece, and they've dumped a number of bodies forward. In comes the ball into the box. First header for Baf State. They'll try his best to keep it in. He won't be able to. Throw in for Fonkole. Three is the scoreline. Wade.
A lot of good football here this evening, Gavin.
Let's go, Estate. Let's go, Estate. Let's go, Estate. Let's get one. Let's
So a
get
bit of
one.
miscommunication. There's going to be a throw in for Baf State. Shaping up for the long throw into the box.
Clearance completed. A lot of tense and nervy moments here for the both teams. But who can be the bright spark? Who can be the one to carry their team to victory this evening, Gavin? Will it be Hillside, Fonkole, or will it be Baf State? Roseau North versus Roseau South.
Another ball into the box, long through. A chance, and he's giving it away. No, Fonkole looking to break. Sprinting forward. Baf State trying to get back into shape. Pushes him wide, ball across the face. Oh no, into the side netting.
And Coach Van Israel should have been doing much better with that breakaway.
Coach Van Israel really not having the best night tonight. I'm not sure if it's nerves or whether or not the injury he may have sustained in the first half slowing him down. But Fonkole, and he puts the ball out of play.
Looks like one of the Fonkole players down, just in a bit of discomfort.
Looks like a bout of cramps.
And the Fonkole medic, Richard Blanchard, Vader, being made to work here this evening.
You can also call him Tunes Life. Goes by so many nicknames.
For now, I call him medic.
Medic.
Part of that U20 staff. Throw in. Ball with Anthony Frederick. Frederick on the ball.
Baf State trying to dance their way, tries to keep the ball in. He's under a bit of pressure. And it's a goal kick.
Fonkole playing the goal kick shot. Looking to come up the left side. Ball with Wade. Good pirouette there. Good challenge. And Joseph Gavin, despite who wins this game, a lot of good football.
Very much so.
A lot of good individual football here at the Southern Technical Center.
Montel James for Baf State really holding on. Anthony Frederick, of course, toggling between midfield and strike. Darren Wade as well for Fonkole. Really showing his efforts tonight as well. It's going to be a good challenge tonight for us in terms of deciding the player of the match. Nonetheless, we will give you one. Baf State from the far end. And a foul.
Let's get that, fellas. Let's get that.
Very inviting position to have a foul, especially for Baf State. Close proximity. Opportunity for them to retake the lead.
Let's get that goal, fellas. Let's get that goal.
Ball getting ready to come through. Gets it over, and it's headed out. This time it goes in for a corner. So the first 15 minutes have elapsed.
So we expect the blow of the whistle right after this corner kick.
It'll be very, very, very interesting if Baf State could get the edge just before referee Matthew blows the whistle. Frederick, long one in, keeps it short, and it's headed out again. Back-to-back corners.
Anthony Frederick again on the corner kick.
Frederick again. Clearance. Cohen Israel trying to sprint through. Cohen Israel gets through and loses out, goes down in the process. Baf State spreading it, or tried to spread it to Frederick, and the spread was just a bit wide.
But that was a strong, firm challenge from Elijah Tulo. And Cohen Israel is down in a heap. Medics again rushing onto the field. But that was a really heavy tackle there from Elijah Tulo. Fair challenge, albeit.
Well, when you're playing up against Elijah Toure, you have to be prepared for those sorts of challenges. He comes in and he takes everything with him. One of those real old school, no nonsense defenders.
Yes.
You lost that in the modern game, Gavin.
Yes, it reminds me of a Derwin Francis and a George Dangler back in their primes. You'd think twice about challenging them as an attacker.
Showing your age there, Gavin.
And say good night to Derwin Francis. I know he's watching. Rest of the veterans crew. But Israel's off. Get further attention. And that's the whistle. That brings us to the end of the first period of extra time. It's still 3-3, still deadlocked here at the DFA Technical Center. We're going to take another pause. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the DFA Technical Center. 3-3. We are in added time. Second 15-minute segment about to get underway. Gavin Richards and Kareem Regis taking over.
Well, welcome back, guys, and 15 more minutes, or we could be looking at penalty kicks. The dreaded penalty kicks.
Close. Let's go.
Ball with Funkoli.
These two teams would have been in action earlier in the week, so it's been a long week for them. Bonus football now. Do they have enough in the gas, or in the tank, I should say, to push forward for a victory? Kareem, what do you think?
Gavin, as I said, somebody has to win this evening. And I think the win is going to come in this 15-minute period. I don't think the game's going to go to penalties. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But it's been a spectacle, and I think both teams should hold their heads up high despite the end result. Baf State would be looking to really get some silverware, and Funkole looking to state their claim as one of the new kids on the block. With a ball coming forward there, but just shadowed out of play, and it's going to be a corner kick to Baf State.
It's 10 o'clock in Dominica and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Like we said, we're not going home tonight. Better declare tomorrow holiday as well.
I wish. I need that, Gavin.
It's a corner kick for Baf State. In comes the delivery, swinging one. Good punch there out. Still not averted. There comes the danger again. Another ball in. And the goal kick in the end.
Anthony
Was trying to win the corner.
Yeah, but just unable to. And as I said, Gavin, a lot of good work down the pitch here. Kujwan is riding that foot race with Lara, and he'll win it. Kujwan on the ball.
Well, there wasn't much options for Israel, but he's managed to win a corner kick.
I think he needs to develop that part of his game, Gavin, his face-up game. When he's not able to run in behind.
Yeah, he's a good finisher, that's for sure.
Yeah, very good finisher.
But like you said, still young, under 20, so has a bright future ahead of him.
And it looks like Funkole might be looking to defend for this 15 minutes because it's like their corner kick and leaving 3 guys back.
But that's a strange tactic, because if this game goes into penalty kicks, they would be more or less the team probably at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, unless they'll be looking at probably one of the Baf State players missing completely and maybe having strength in that their ranks to score all 11 penalties. I don't see the goalkeeper of Funkole making a save, but again, he's proven me wrong before as well.
Yes. You can just see the Funkole side might be looking to make one more change. It's pulled down, no foul. Baf State stumbling, losing his footing, and wins the free kick.
That's Dwight Walsh with the pushing it back there.
Free kick for Baf State, midfield. They've pushed everybody up. Comes the delivery into the box. Oh, almost, just almost. Took an awkward bounce and would have had the goalkeeper under some pressure. Frederick, Walter. Back to Frederick, Walter. Took a deflection, throw in for Baf State. throw in. Bit of a coming together there still. Fonkway looks like they'll clear, but it's only as far as Baf State.
Baf State really in the ascendancy here as we entered this second period of extra time.
There's a foul. There's going to be a free kick for Fonkway. Can see the tired legs. Another player is down for Fonkway.
Yeah, Fonkway really feeling the effects of this game, feeling the effects of this 120-minute encounter.
Let's put it this way, Karim. I'm sitting and I'm feeling the effects of the 120 minutes. So you can imagine what it's like out there for the players.
That's what training and preparation is about. Like I often used to tell my players that we have to be ready for the 90 plus the extra 5 and sometimes even the 120.
Oh, for a moment there, I thought you were talking about me and that I need to train more and sit down more.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. You're well into your retirement, Gavin. I would not force such what's what I'm looking for. I wouldn't force such tendencies on you.
So we have a stoppage. Most likely a bout of cramps. It's been a long night. And with the trophy presentation
Even
to
longer.
come, it's going to be even a longer night.
Well, I don't think the winner minds.
No, the winner won't. It looks like we're just about set to get back underway. So it's a free kick for Fonkway.
And Fonkway really looking like the most stretched of the teams, I should say. Ball into the center. Anthony Frederick. Kenrick Walters trying to play one through.
And you can just see its space really opening up. Every time Fonkway clears the ball, it falls straight to the boots of a Baf State player.
Kieran Jones still on the ball. Kieran Jones coming forward. Jones into Maglo. Maglo to Darren Wade. Wide Alexander. Walsh. Wade! Ooh!
Well,
Just wide of the mark, Darren Wade.
just wide. Wade was almost a hero. That would have been a spectacular strike. Goalkeeper scrambling across. You would say he had it covered had it been on target.
Did have it covered. And Darren Wade still showing that hunger and that fight. Like it's the first minute. And Wade puts one forward. And Kershwan Israel! Kershwan Israel! Puts Fonkway ahead! And it could be the winner!
You called it, Karim. You said Kershwan Israel had to have an impact in this game. And he did. And he scored what could be the winning goal for Fonkway AFC. It's now 4-3 here with just about 5 minutes to go in extra time. And you can see what it means to the Fonkway team and their supporters. Storming the field. And coming from 2 goals down, Fonkway AFC, they have now taken the lead. It's 4-3.
A night of comebacks, Gavin.
Like we said, no lead is safe. Now it's Baf State who has to come from a goal down.
And Fonkway with a new lease of life here. And Baf State preparing a substitution. Looks like Giovanni.
There's a player down, so we're going to have another stoppage.
And it looks like the number 14, Giovanni, the gallery, is going to take the field for Baf State. So the gallery coming on. And it looks like number 17 is leaving the field. Carlisle. So Dylan Carlisle leaving the field and Giovanni, the gallery, joining in for Baf State as we have 5 more minutes remaining at the end of this extra time period.
Well, the player is literally on the touchline. And in these sort of situations, I'm not too sure if maybe the referee might just encourage him to get off the field or just roll off the field. But he's off the field now, back on the way here. Baf State down 4-3. Ball into the box. Goalkeeper comes, goalkeeper misses. And signal is a corner.
And opportunities mounting for Baf State. Pressure mounting for Baf State as Darren Wade rejoins these troops on the field of battle. One thing you can say for sure, Gavin, is that these guys are giving it every single thing that they have here tonight.
Definitely, Kareem, it's been a game for the neutral. In comes the corner kick. Headed out, and Funkole clearing downfield. Coach Israel was hoping to get onto the end of it. He still has done well. And there's a chance now for Funkole as they're pushing forward. But Baf State breaking up that attack. Giving away again, and Funkole.
Ooh, good footwork there, Darren Wade.
Throw in for Funkole.
Oh, actually reversed.
Actually, no. Well, the original signal was for Funkole. Time is running out for Baf State. Will they be runners-up yet again? Runners-up in the Division 1 finals. And now looking to be runners-up in the President's Cup finals.
Well, I mean, I know their head coach is an Arsenal fan. So being runners-up runs in the blood.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
And Funkole need to stay steadfast at the back. 2 more minutes left, and they can be crowned President's Cup champions.
Baf State setting up for a long throw. John Israel proving to be the hero thus far. In comes the throw. Cleared. Baf State trying to get the ball in. Time is running out. Long ball forward.
Darren Wade there again. Darren Wade for man of the match, Gavin?
Clearly one of the candidates as well. Turn. A chance. Could it break? No. It's going to be another throw-in for Baf State.
Seconds remaining in this game, Gavin.
It's now or never. Oh, and that's a poor attempt there.
Funkole can really slow it down. Really milk some of the clock here.
We can see the Funkole players, like you said, in no rush at all to get the ball back into play.
It shouldn't be, Gavin. You're up. Four goals to three.
4 goals to three, but
yes.
I know that the referee is going to be taking a look at the time wasting, and he will surely add it back on. But I think tonight Kareem has really demonstrated that it's never over until the fat lady sings. And on 2 occasions we've seen teams come back to force extra time and then to pull it off in extra time. Fonkole just a few seconds away.
It's a foul in favor of Fonkole.
Things really just unraveling there for the Baf State team. Not the kind of foul that you'd want to concede. We're just awaiting the... Looks like Fonkole actually making another substitution.
And Fonkole preparing a substitution. Short. Giving the ball away. Still there. Dwight. Into Curdle. Curdle wide. Darren Wade. Wade to Curdle.
Chance for Baf State.
Good cover there by Kershwan Harris.
He was struck in the face though, it's Marvin Niebler, but Kerrick Walter has it back. It's gone out. Throw in for Baf State. Substitution for Fonkole.
Looks like the number 16, Kieran Maglow, leaving the field.
Time running out for the Baf State team. Down the field it goes. Took a deflection, should be Baf State ball.
It is Baf State's ball. We're well into extra time here at the Southern Technical Center.
And that's the final whistle. And scenes of celebration here at the DFA Technical Center. Fonkole AFC have come from 2 goals down and they've captured the DFA Division 1 President's Cup. What a final it has been.
What a night of football here at the Stockton Technical Center, Gavin and Joseph. Amazing things for that Fonkole crowd. Really giving it their all here this evening. And unfortunate for Baf State, runners up in both competitions, but amazing moments for Fonkole.
Very much so. Let's take a recap of the goal scorers: Giovanni George and Kenrick Walter. 2 for Giovanni and 1 for Kenrick Walter, and 1 apiece for Darren Wade, Kieran Maglow, Curdell Joseph, and of course Kerwan Israel, topping off the 4-3 win for Fonkole. Please stay with us as we are going to bring you the medals and the prize giving ceremony that's coming up next right here on this game.
tell what you do. Well, a whistle, let me hear you. Typewriter style. That's in the I see you.
You know what you're about. Tell them shut their naughty mouth. So whistle while you work. In your face they will have a smile. Then kill you and your child. Or then we have a wild. So rock them. Oh, rock, 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 rock your wicked world. Rock, 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 rock your wicked world. Whistle, work, whistle, work, whistle, work, whistle. See, I'm doing from man. What again? Hypocrites, you know. God mind. Weakness of people. Jealousy. Envy. Come in. Boom. I understand the talk. Well, if you want to mash up this stars, they can't stop you. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. Do what you want. Go, 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 go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the climax of the President Cup for the Division 1 teams 2025. Let's put our hands together for good football. And congratulations to the winners. And well done to the teams that contended for the championship. So we had preliminaries, we had round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, now we are the final. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we would like to call upon the Public Relations Officer of the Dominican Football Association, Mr. Eddie Lawrence, to present the tokens of appreciation for the referees of our match, the Fantastic Four. Put your hands together for the Fantastic Four as they come forward. Show me the crazy thing you can do. 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 Okay, let's go, guys. Let our referees come forward, please. Can our referees come forward, please? So we will start with the fourth official, Mr. Gabriel Caesar.
Do what you want. Go, 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 do what you want. Go, 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 do what you want. Go, 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 go. And if you feel like mash up your face, show me what you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the
And followed by AR number 1. AR number 2, Mr. Sean McDonald.
Drop the bed if you want, jump the bed if you want, start to shut if you want, leave the bed if you want, do what you come if you want, come look if you want, yeah!
AR number 1, Mr. Ryan Lanton. And of course, the man in the middle.
Oh, Lord. Yeah!
The man every fan in football loves.
Are you serious?
Mr. Matthew Walsh.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. And of course, we would like to thank Mr. Devon Wilbert Coffey, who is the women's coordinator, and he was the match commissioner for this match, and he'll be receiving a token as well. Thank you very much. Put your hands together for our officials. Dum bum, bum pudum, bum bum, bum pudum, bum bum, bum pudum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing with our award ceremony. And Mr. Eddie Lawrence, we would like you to get back on stage. And of course, we would like to call upon the manager of the Do It Center Mighty Avengers, Mr. Kareem Regist, to receive a trophy for the 3rd place, and of course, a check of $2,000 East Caribbean. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Eddie Lawrence. Went far. And we also want to say thank you to South City for giving a good match this afternoon. We are continuing with the proceedings this evening, and we would like to call upon the Baf State Football Club. The Baf State Football Club, please come forward to receive your medals and your trophy and your runners-up check. The members of the Baf State Football Club, please come forward. Okay, so they said that they're doing it collectively, or okay, so we have the Baf State Football Club coming to receive their silver medals. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Baf State Football Club will receive the runners-up check valued at $3,000. And of course, a trophy from the Dominican Football Association. We thank you very much, Baf State Football Club. It was a tough fight, and this one went down to the wire. So thank you for a good game. Thank you for good football. Thank you very much, Mr. Eddie Lawrence. And we would like at this moment to call upon the president of the Dominican Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne, to do the presentation for the winners. The winners Ladies and gentlemen, the winners. So for caller, can you come forward, please?
Well, if you want to mash up the stars, they can't stop you. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. And if you feel like mash up your free, show me what you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the crazy thing you can do. Expand everything with us do. Boy, anything you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. None of them are better than you. Drop the friend if you want, drunk the friend if you want, start to shut if you want, give them hell if you want to, drink up if you want, tumble down if you want, burn it down if you want, break it down if you want to. Wine a girl if you want, climb a girl if you want, make she bend over, rock this back if you want, beat and girl love it rough, Vincy girl love it hard, booyah girl love it heavy, and so right now, do what you want. Go, 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 do what you want. Go, go, hey, hey, go. And if you feel like mash up your friend, show me what you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the crazy thing you can do. Expand everything with us do. Boy, anything you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. None of them are better than you. Everything gets mashed up. You might get wet and wash up. So many try to be like me, but they cannot catch up. Look at the guys on the chin chop. I like the one with the pink top. Yeah, she's sweet like a ring pop. Come up with the road level link up. Watch how she whine and cock up. Bend over and tick up. Too much up. Too much of this stars. They can't stop you. Do what you want. Go, go, go. Do what you want. Go, go, go. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. And if you feel like mash up your free, show me what you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the crazy thing you can do. Expand everything with us do. Boy, anything you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. None of them are better than you. Drop the friend if you want. Drunk your friend if you want. Start to shut if you want. Give them
Listen, that's coming from Selectally.
tumble down if you want. Burn it down if you want. Break it down if you want to. Wine a girl if you want. Climb a girl if you want. Make she bend over. Rock this back if you want. Beat and girl love it rough. Vincy girl love it hard. Booyah girl love it heavy. And so right now, do what you want. Go, 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 go. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. And if you feel like mash up your friend, show me what you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the crazy thing you can do. Expand everything with us do. Boy, anything you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. None of them are better than you. Everything gets mashed up. You might get wet and wash up. So many try to be like me, but they cannot catch up. Look at the guys on the chin chop. I like the one with the pink top. Yeah, she's sweet like a ring pop. Come up with the road level link up. Watch how she whine and cock up. Bend over and tick tock. Roll and them like a big clock. At the back of the big truck. Spin to down and back up. Bring on home in my cup. And if the promoter see, that's how it does up. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. Do what you want. Can't stop you. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. Do what you want. Go, 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 go. And if you feel like mash up your free, show me what you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the crazy thing you can do. Expand everything with us do. Boy, anything you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. None of them are better than you. Drop the friend if you want. Drunk your friend if you want. Start to shut if you want. Give them hell if you want to. Drink up if you want. Tumble down if you want. Burn it down if you want. Break it down if you want to. Wine a girl if you want. Climb a girl if you want. Make she bend over. This man if you want. Beat a girl love it rough. Vincy girl love it hard. Booyah girl love it heavy. And so right now, do what you want. 73rd. Do what you want. 73rd.
Champion Dominica.
73rd. Do what you want. Mash up your friend. Show me the money thing you can do. Show me the crazy thing you can do. 73rd. Boy, show me the money thing you can do. Show me the money thing you can do. 73rd. Start the friend to fair one. Drop your friend to fair one. Start to show the fair one. Send the friend to fair one. Two, drink up the fair one. Tumble down the fair one. Murky down the fair one. Breaking down the fair one. Two, I know got the fair one. I know got the fair one. Breaking down the fair one. Send this man the fair one. Beat and got the fair one. Vinci got the fair one. Booyah got the fair one. I'm sure right now. Do what you want. Do what you want. 73rd, mash up your friend. 73rd. They wanna sing the can go. Show me they wanna sing the can go. 73rd. Mash up. Get wet and wash up. So many drink with like green. 73rd. Look at all the girls on the chin chop. I like the one with the pink top. Yeah, she's sitting like a ring pop. Come up with the road, let me link up. Watch how she whine and cock up. Bend over and pick up. Roll and tell them a big club.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we would like to call Mr. Royson Williams, the head coach of the Four Color United, Mr. Royson Williams, to come and receive the trophy and the grand prize of $1,500. Rahashish.
Hi, I would really. Do what you want.
And that is a Christmas check. Compliment the Dominican Football Association. Well done, Fokole. Well done. Okay, and we would like to call upon the team to come celebrate. And of course, you can see the goalkeeper of the year. That's the guy. We call him the Met Bowie. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. All going once, going twice, ready go! So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Dominican Football Association, we want to thank everybody who made it possible tonight. Our referees, our photographers, our announcers, the